Hello everybody, welcome to another lesson in integration using U substitution. In these examples here, we're going to be integrating E, Euler's number. All right, as you can see here, the integral of EU du equals EU plus C. All right, so with U substitution, this is what we're trying to achieve. All right, we want to put the integral in the standard format so we can integrate E. All right, so there are some steps you must follow when you're integrating using U substitution. The first step is to determine U, right? So whenever you're integrating E by itself, U is usually the exponent of E. Okay, your U is always going to be the exponent of E. Step 2, you need to derive U. In step 3, you make dx the subject of the formula. After you complete step 3, you must make your integral look like this so that you can derive. Right, so we can look at our first example here. We have to integrate e to the power negative 6x dx. All right, so the first step, we need to determine u. So I'll put here step 1. As I said, u is going to always be the exponent of e. So you say u equals negative 6x, which is the exponent of e. Step 2, we need to derive u. So we're going to say du, so that we're deriving u, equals, if you derive negative 6x, you get negative 6 using the power of differentiation. Then after you derive, always include a dx. All right. Once you have done that, you make dx the subject of the formula. So to make dx the subject of the formula, divide both sides by negative 6. So dx equals du over negative 6. All right. So we go back to our original question. We're going to substitute negative 6x with u, and we're going to substitute dx with du over negative 6. So it's going to look like this. Integral of e u, and we have this dx, we substitute with du over negative 6. Now, as you could see earlier on, our standard format is eu du, which is here. So we need to get rid of this negative 6. All right. So we're going to take the negative 6 out of the integral. Remember, since this is du over negative 6 is the same as 1 du over negative 6. So the 1 over negative 6, we take it out of the integral, and we remain with e u du. So as you can see, du over negative 6 was split into 1 over negative 6 multiplied by du. All right. So now we can integrate. So if we integrate eu, is going to be eu plus c. All right. Multiply 1 over negative 6 with eu, that's going to be 1 eu over negative 6. And the final thing we need to do, we need to substitute our u. All right. So our answer is going to be e to the power negative 6 over negative 6 plus e to the power negative 6x over negative 6 plus c. And that's going to be our answer. So I want you to realize one thing here, right? If there's a shortcut you can use, okay? As you could see, when we're integrating e to the power negative 6x, so all you need to do is just derive negative 6x and leave e the way it is, and you get your answer. So as you can see what I mean, originally the question was integrate e to the power negative 6x. All right. So as I said, one trick you can use, okay, is all you need to know is you just derive the exponent. The derivative of negative 6x is 6. So you just say, you leave e as it is, e to the power negative 6x over negative 6 plus c. All right. So usually when you're integrating e by itself, that's one trick you can use. Just derive the exponent and put the derivative of the exponent at the bottom and just put a plus c. All right.